Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to We Are Athletes 2. Today we have a special guest, Chris Hatzis. It is October 25th, 7 o'clock. We're filming on this Wednesday night, so welcome back. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Jackie boy, you know Chris, so I'm gonna let you do the honor of introducing him.
I do know old Chrissy boy. He's one of my good buds from Mississippi College back in the day. We got to know each other for a short time there in the triple option offense in Clinton, but we've been friends ever since. We played each other a couple times in the old GAC, but he's still playing at Henderson, playing receiver, getting things done, you know. But yeah, I'm glad for us to have him on here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so usually what we do is we'll have you basically tell us about you, where you're from, how you got into football, and then how you got to Henderson. So your whole recruiting process, transferring, all that good jazz. So
yeah, dude, it's crazy. With college football, because everyone has a super unique story. You never. It's so rare nowadays, especially with the transfer portal and everything, that you ever meet somebody that's went to a school and stayed there for 4 or 5 years or whatever. There's just so much moving around. So everyone kind of has a cool story. But mine started. So I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Grew up like a big LSU fan, and of course, growing up, that's always where you want to play if you're from Baton Rouge. But once I got old enough to kind of understand what genetics were, I realized that probably wasn't going to work out. So I started looking elsewhere. I didn't really get offered or looked at anywhere. Mississippi College offered me a walk-on spot. So I walked on there out of high school because I ran that kind of triple option offense. I was like a hand in the dirt fullback in high school. All my tape is just beating and dives and stuff like that. So I didn't really have anything to go off of other than that. So went to MC, walked on there, met Jack, and I think a few weeks into it, probably not even, me and Jack realized hey, we probably aren't supposed to be here. This is not really for us. Jack's over there standing on the 50-yard line, hitting the freaking crossbar, standing up, and they're like, we haven't had to do with an arm like this, and I don't know how long. Dude's just not supposed to be in a triple option offense. And then, I was there, just kind of not really enjoying it. So I think we both. How much longer after me did you leave?
We both left after. I was thinking about going back, just if I had nowhere else to go after the first semester. I was gonna come back and still play or still stay there for another semester and try to transfer that summer. But we stayed the same amount of official school time. You just got the hell out with the weeks left in the
I got
school was still going on. This man was gone though.
Yeah, I was out. And I honestly I low key I was super young. So I low key kind of felt bad about the way I was. I was so fuck this, I'm out, bro. I was so ready to get back to so I transferred to LSU after that, by the way. Transferred to LSU, no mindset towards playing football, literally just gonna go party on Saturdays, the whole regular college life shit. And so I was so done with football, man. I'm out, bro. Don't care anymore. Just ready to go. So I got back to LSU, did all the normal college life stuff. The thing about an athlete is whenever you really love football, whenever you really love the sport, you can't be away from it that long, especially whenever you're watching other guys play every weekend. And so I knew 2 months into being at LSU, I was like, dude, I gotta play. There's just no way. There's no way I can do this. Go watch other guys play every day. I'm good on that. I need to go play myself because you only get so many years to do it. So spent a year or two at LSU. Trying to find a place to play. The only film I really had was Mississippi College practice and special teams. So it was really hard to get coaches to pick up or even answer, So I found I was going to go to Glendale Community College in California. So I was going to go take the JUCO route.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you about that, but I was totally
I didn't know that.
I was totally set up and everything. And this is I'm scheduled to go there in the fall. Here's where it all messed up. I'm scheduled to go there in the fall of 2020. So, that spring I'm at LSU, getting ready to transfer there in the fall. And obviously everything goes out because COVID. So they're like, hey, we're not having a season. So whatever you planned on, like just know that we're not going to play this year at all. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how much time I really got. Like, I don't know if it's worth it to wait till 21 and then go JUCO and be playing JUCO as a junior, like a junior in college. So like, I'm not going to do it. It's like,
going to school there, just Louisiana to California without even having a football season,
right?
It would have been rough.
Like that's the only coach that ever responded was Tanner Farwell, who was a first-year head coach at Glendale. And so me and him, he's like, man, I'm watching your highlights, high school highlights, by the way. He's like, I love it. Like, you're a fullback. I'm like, dude, I'm not that anymore. Like, don't get twisted. Like, this is not like, I've been running routes for a couple of weeks now, like trying to figure out, like, because I figured, my best chance of playing was probably like some sort of slot receiver, which is what I ended up doing. But so he's like sitting there thinking I'm gonna be running back. I don't know if I'm gonna play running back, bro, but ended up not working out. So I didn't go there. So this is December. So they were gonna play in the spring of 21. Mm-hmm. So spring of 20 or fall of 20, season's out because of COVID. So they were gonna play a spring season. So I'm like, screw it, bro. Like, I'll go in the spring, play a quick spring season, get some film, and get out. And that was my plan. And on December 28th, they decided they weren't gonna have a spring season either. So I called Coach John Bland at Mississippi College.
No way.
I'm like, hey, Coach, I've had some, I want to play ball again. I had some things kind of not go my way. I just wondered, like, would y'all be open to having me come back and walk on? I'll pay tuition, everything. Like, no scholarship involved. I just want to come play. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, look, no problem. I'll get you in touch with Coach Rasmussen or whoever, I'm talking about that guy. I was like, sweet. And so I'm sitting there thinking, bro, I'm about to go back to fucking Mississippi College. Like, I'm really about to go back to Mississippi College. And I had a buddy who played at LSU and then transferred to Henderson. So we'd been throwing. Oh, okay. He was in the transfer portal from LSU. His name is Andre Sale. And he was in the transfer portal. He transferred to Henderson. He's like, bro, come with me to Henderson. I'll call my coach right now. We'll go play. So, like, I was like, all right, screw it. I'd rather that than Mississippi College. And so I called Coach Maxfield. He's like, yeah, bro, yeah, man, come down here. We got a spot for you. And then I just feel so bad that I never told, like, Coach Bland any of that. I was like, hey, Coach, I'm sorry. I found a place to play. Don't worry about it. Coach Bland. So I felt bad, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, y'all know how coaches are. Like, they're snakes, bro. They'll tell you one thing and mean the other. So I really don't feel that bad about it at the end of the day, because coaches do the same shit to players. So I can't be that mad.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Dude, that's what you realize playing college ball, man. Coaches are. I mean, it's kind of a ruthless position you got to be in sometimes, where they gotta make decisions that are best for the team, and they gotta sometimes tell a dude, like, yeah, you're just not the right fit for us, and move on.
Yeah, very tough because very much a business, very very cutthroat business.
It is. Yeah. That's how college sports. That's really how college sports is now, because they'll tell you coming in, like, hey, we want you. You're here on our board. We want you to come play. And then when you get there and you don't perform the way they expect, they got to make they got to make the decision for the team. But so after that, I ended up going to Henderson. I've been there since, and I've enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say I've loved it, but I've enjoyed it. They've given me a chance to play. So it's been really good.
You're killing it right now, though. You're like leading the team in receptions and yards, aren't you?
Yeah, but they still find a way to keep me off the field. Don't get me started on it. I don't need to talk about it. They're bullshitting so bad, but I won't. I just got to keep playing, keep doing what I got to do.
Keep rolling. No, back to I know me and you talk about Bland a lot, and he's an interesting fellow, but that guy did help me out pretty well when I was leaving there.
When you were trying to get out of there.
Yeah, I met with him in Laurendine a couple times, and they were like trying to find me JUCOs in Mississippi to look at, another D2 school, just because, like, I don't know if they felt bad. They were just like, okay, this kid's like not the fit for our offense, and I was taking up scholarship for them too, so it was kind of a mutual, like, I can find a better spot for me, and y'all can find a better guy for this position, because they don't need a guy that could throw 60 passes a game. They needed a dude that was running the ball and stuff. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they probably saw that as like like, let me help you, you help us, like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
But they knew when you got there that you probably weren't a fit for that offense.
Yeah. But we both ended up in Arkansas in some interesting ways. I know. I didn't know all that about you.
Yeah, but it was, like I said, that's why I say, like, even when you're buddies with some guy, you still don't know the full story. Like,
exactly.
like I had so many different ideas, plans, and it's crazy how it all works out. But that's just kind of college sports now with the transfer portal and everything.
Yep.
Well,
George, he's kind of like Sammy for a comparison to you.
Yeah.
Both of them are Louisiana boys and got out after one semester.
Wait, who
one
is that?
semester and playing ball. He's from Lafayette, Louisiana. He's one of our friends that played quarterback
did he play
with
at
me.
Tech?
Yeah. He's from he went what was Turling's Catholic or something, I think is the name of it.
Yeah, they're a pretty football school.
But dude, freaking Lafayette, Louisiana was heaven to that man. He lives there now. He goes to
people that are from Lafayette love that shit. Like that's their
like
that's home. Like that's true Louisiana. Lafayette is as Louisiana as it gets.
Yeah. He was like, fuck LSU, go Cajuns, whatever.
He's a Cajun at heart. Why didn't he didn't try to play there?
His brother plays there, right, George? He plays like tight end.
I think it was a cousin. It was a slot receiver.
Yeah, cousin. Yeah, he plays there, and Sammy like runs their Barstool account or something like that. But I don't think he was. I don't know if he wanted to play in college from then on. But
that's another thing about college football that y'all know. If you don't really love it, it's not for everybody. Like dudes who get in and out. It's crazy. Like I thought about this a couple of days ago. I was like, how many guys have I been on the same team as in college football? Like I bet you I've been on a team with 400 guys across America.
Yeah. After I played for 5 years. I was probably on the team with 500 different guys, probably.
It's crazy how many guys you meet through the whole process. Like dudes, like there are dudes that I still have on like Instagram or whatever from Mississippi College, and I'll see them like I'll never talk to this dude again, but I played a full football season. Like that's
for real. Yeah. Me and George hit on it. We've talked about this before, George, but he hit on it earlier, kind of being like D2 ball is to the point where it's a bunch of guys. If you play for a long time, maybe if you get out like within a year or so, it might not apply. But guys that stick around for 4 or 5 years and play, it's kind of one of those divisions. It's like a bunch of guys that just love to play football and stuff.
That's exactly.
Division I can get to where it's money or the fame or the girls or whatever it is, but D2 ball kind of gets to the point where it's just cutthroat guys that love to play and stuff.
That's why I think D2 was like the perfect division for me because it was guys like you said, like it's guys that like. And here's the thing though, I know they had them at Tech, and because they have them at Henderson every year. You have the delusional kids that come in that are like, I'm trying to get to the league. Like, I'm league bound. Like, dude, no.
Yep.
Get this right. If you want to enjoy your time here, just be truthful about what it is. You're here to play football and you're here to have fun. Because we have dudes come in the receiver room every year. Man, I'm going to the league. And then they go right after practice straight home to smoke dope. I'm like, bro, you're not going to the league. Like, let's not be realistic with yourself, bro. Like, at some point, you have to be realistic. I don't know. Yeah. But that's why I like D2 because there was a lot of guys that were just, I'm here to play. I'm going to play my 5 years. I'm going to grind. And I'm going to go do whatever, right?
Yeah.
You got the delusional guys too.
Well, and the big thing too with D2, majority of us are trying to get that piece of paper, get that degree, and get that done.
True.
And big kudos to D3 and NAIA guys that pay. Well, I guess D3 especially pay their entire way. For 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Kudos to y'all. I could not have done that. Pride wouldn't have let me do that alone. But no, I was talking to a coach today, actually talking about how spring transfers end up working out is, you'll bring probably 10 guys in that you're looking at to fill different spots on the team. Usually only 5 of those guys are going to pan out. So kind of like you were saying, the turnover at D2 football is insane. Whether that's freshmen, whether that's transfers, but just bringing dudes in. I mean, the portal has made it very hard to understand who people are and really understand, their work ethic, really understand their background because, I mean, you were good in high school. You went to, like Arkansas State. Didn't really have a lot of success there. Didn't do much there. Didn't really take their workout serious. Might have quit midway through the year. And now we're bringing you in, but you're a D1 guy. You're going to have big expectations on your shoulders. You got to perform. You better come ready to work because it ain't no slouch. You're not coming in to just walk in and be able to play too. And a lot of the times, freshmen kind of have that same mentality. They go to a bigger school, or they were the dude at their high school, and they come in and think, I'm playing D2 football, I can do this easy. And they get in there, and it's a big reality check. And then, you're managing school, you're managing football, things that maybe a smaller school wouldn't have gave you getting that education there. So it's a very different thing. And you're a prime example of like why we have the podcast, because D2 is so unique in that sense with all our different stories that we have. I mean, Jack transferred.
This is half the reason we started this whole thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
because
really,
it's really cool.
Like,
I love it.
The different stories that come out of playing D2 ball instead of the glorious look that everyone has of big D1 ball.
And another thing about it is like touching on what you were saying about having these guys that come in from D1. Like another reason I love D2 is like people don't see it, bro, but like there are D1 guys playing in D1 football right now that I promise you, if we were in that position, we could do well too. And like that's the one thing about D2 football is there's a hell of a lot of good players. There's a lot of really good football players in D2, and it proves it even further when like George said, you get a bounce back from D1 who maybe didn't pan out or whatever. He comes and he transfers and he's here for the spring, and coaches want to see what he's got. And like if you don't take that seriously, like D2 is still a high enough level to where if you're not going to take this shit seriously, you're not going to play because you will not succeed if you do not put in the work necessary.
I've seen it so many. I've seen that happen so many times.
So many big time JUCO guys or D1 bounce backs that come in and I'm like, how did you even get there in the first place? Because you don't care. You're not, you know what I mean? You're no different than anyone here. Like a lot of D1 football is being in the right place at the right time and getting the right opportunity.
And a good bit
it shows the equality of the two divisions for sure.
And a good bit of
when
size
those guys
as well.
come bounce back.
Yeah, size.
Yeah. But dude, I've noticed more D2 guys in the NFL, and maybe it's because I'm paying attention now, but like the Dolphins had 2 D2 guys starting on their defense in that Monday night game. I know you played with the guy that we threw with last summer. Zay's he's still on the Falcons roster.
Falcons, yeah. He's on the Falcons.
Yeah.
Like he made $200K this year just for being in the practice squad. The kid from Oklahoma Baptist, Keelan Harris or whatever, he got he did the whole deal with the Falcons as well.
Is he on the practice squad?
No, I don't think he made the practice squad, but like he still stuck it out for as long as he did there.
Yeah, he was there for a while.
Yeah,
well, and that's just looking at the scope of our stuff. I mean, Monticello had a tight end that kind of did the same sort of thing a couple years back. Ended up playing in the CFL for a little bit. I can't think of their name right now. The twins that played tackle at Ouachita Baptist, they were on the Falcons roster for a little bit as well. Practice squad there. The Goosenberry twins, big offensive tackles. They were there. But I mean, if you really look around the league, Jack, you were mentioning what's his name? I can't think of his last name. It's a very African last name, but he went to Commerce. And he knew Burks from when he was there, so he had to connect there. And then Burks was their DB coach, brought him in, gave him a chance. And I mean, granted, he balled out at Commerce when they were D2. And then got a chance there.
Dude, Tyreek Hill played freaking D2 ball. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Me and Jordan were talking about that last weekend.
Well, Austin Eckler went to Western Colorado.
Yeah. That dude, all the I don't really, we don't ever have time to watch their games, but the leagues up there in Colorado and like the ones like Grand Valley and Ferris, I feel like they got guys every year that end up going over there. Like,
Matthew.
Who's the quarterback from Shepherd that had his
first start for the Bears?
Tyson Badger or whatever. Yeah, he's D2 right there.
That's the Heisman winner for D2 too.
Yeah, the Harlan Hill. That's right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he won the Harlan Hill, and now he's playing for the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
Speaking of Heisman winners, we're gonna have to look at some stats here in a little bit. I've seen some stats on Instagram that make me want to throw up because the most hated man on this podcast is leading the country in rushing yards.
Who is that?
Gage fucking Porter.
Oh my God, that dude's a
in rushing yards,
bro.
He has 1,200 rushing yards.
Oh my Lord,
leading the whole country,
leading the entire country.
Damn,
he ran for a smooth 150 on us. I think he had like an 80-yard touchdown run. Like just dude, I don't know how he just dogs on people.
Last year was my first start ever. Was last year against them at Arkansas Tech, and Dude, it was every single drive. We'd like put some methodical drive together where I was like hitting corner, rolling out, hitting like little dump passes, like moving the ball down the field and scoring. And then they run freaking outside zone. He pulls it and he runs up the middle for 90 yards. I was like, okay, guys, let's go. Come on. I'm tired of seeing this guy score.
Our coach's game plan for that dude so hard. Like, because our head coach is a D-line coach. And so, yeah, our head coach coaches D-line. And that week versus Snoop, bro, he was so hard on them, like trying to nail because the year before this year, he dogged on us. I think probably 200 yards. I think he probably had over 100 this year. But he dogged on us the year before this year. And our coaching staff was so tough on those guys about him. I don't know anything about the dude, but he's a meathead. Like, he is so jacked. I'm like, why the fuck are you playing quarterback? He can't throw shit.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. He'll pass for like smooth 120, 150, but he's gonna rush for like 180, 200
every time.
He'll get a couple passes in just because he's sucking everybody down into the box, thinking he's gonna run it, and then he'll talk. It's like a triple option out of the shotgun.
Literally, that's what our coaches said. It was like, he's like, they're basically doing the same shit as Harding. Just practice like this.
Well, it fucking sucks too because like, as a D-line, you're coming in. That's your easiest week as a D-line because that's the worst offensive line I've ever seen in my life. They're quite literally Oompa Loompas, but damn Gage Porter makes it so fucking hard.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, you don't have to at MC. I mean, the coaches talked about this before to me. I don't know if they did with you, Chris, just because. I mean, I guess I talked to the like OC more maybe because Laurendine was like our coach, but he was like, you can have the opportunity to recruit some like more low level offensive linemen, I guess, to run the triple op in offenses like that, just because you kind of like you don't have to overpower the defensive lineman with the O line. It's just getting to spots and moving and kind of like moving people with
it's so much like
blocking schemes and stuff.
So many like just like putting the defensive line in a tough situation and just trapping them and like using leverage. Like they pull so many guards. It's like you don't need to get big push with that offense. Like you just have to create gaps and seal them off. Like we like whenever you see like even like Harding, I don't know how MC was, but like anymore, but Harding, like their D line, like their O linemen, like they're not giant like world beaters. You know what I mean? Like they're just kids that bust their ass. They pull a lot of guards and stuff like that, but they're not like huge, like just crazy athletic or crazy big kids.
They're there for school.
Yeah. That's true. That's the way it is. That offense is like that. You can succeed with that kind of offensive line.
Yeah, and if you need to cut people, you don't have to be big to cut people. You just fucking dive at their knees and chop them out, and you're good.
I
don't know if that's even legal anymore, but
I tell this story every time we talk about Harding. My first year playing Harding, that was the first time I'd ever played a triple option. High school, a constant spread, maybe a little bit of power, never a triple option team. But I'll never forget getting down in a 4-point stance and their center, they do that hurry up and wait, so they'll freeze every time. And I took a knee and we're looking to the sideline to get our check, and the center looks at me and he goes, "Why are y'all playing cover 2?" I said, "What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean?" He's like, "Why are you playing cover 2?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Okay, well, your linebackers are going to move right here. We're going to do this, and we're going to hit you for 8. What the fuck are you talking about? Sure enough, exactly what he said happened. I was like, holy fuck. Like, what the fuck are these guys on? But
what O-line, okay, I'm sorry, but what O-line knows what coverage the defense
is?
That's totally not there. That's totally not there.
I think it derives from them having such a small playbook, maybe, that they know, like,
they can
know exactly how everybody's going to react to, like, the 6 to 10 plays they run. And they can just, like, get generic looks from that every time, maybe.
Well, their offense is so simple.
Wrong. I have no idea.
Their offense is so simple that you're only going to see X number of formations against them. The biggest thing that's going to throw them off is putting more people in the box. So when they look up and see and they make a read, they know what their play that they're going to run. Like he knew what check they were going with based off of our formation, how we lined up to it, because he knew cover 2, linebackers fitting here, this guy's coming off the edge, and then they're fitting right up. We're fitting right up the middle with the H back for 8. Like it just it's very simple in that repetition. 4th-year guy knew his shit. Exactly. I think he ended up being I think he's their O-line coach now, actually. But just knew his shit and
of course
had the experience and everything. So I like to tell that story. Also to touch on Harding and to touch on these triple op teams, the big thing you get to see there is you do get to take some average Joes and put them at O-line.
Yeah.
You can go in and do that, and I'll call them that, but they're not. I mean, they're still college athletes. But
Oh yeah.
the
I
big
mean, they
thing you
get the
have to
job
put,
done.
yeah, for sure. The big thing you have to do is you have to put money in a smart quarterback, and a quarterback that's run that consistently in high school. And I think what Harding does or did is they had a high school that was basically a feeder high school for them. So what they
Yeah.
do is they'd go to this school right outside Georgia, who ran the triple option the way that their coach wants it run. I think it's Simmons is his name. Wants it run. And they would take the quarterback and they would take the F back, their little fullback there. They would take both of them, and that was it. Those were the only two they really had to spend money on offense, because everyone else, you can get a decent athlete here and there in the state of Arkansas. You can train them up there, but then they'd go and they'd put their money on their defense. You put your money into your defensive line, and it's shown for a number of years now, because that Harding defense is very, very good. Their defense
was the best defense I faced last year by far.
Their
Like,
defensive line,
flew
their
around.
linebackers, their DBs, that's where they put their money, and it shows.
Yep.
Another thing with that, though, is their offensive line, the way their offense is run. Yes, it's very simple, but the biggest thing you can do to a big, strong defensive lineman is make him think. Because as soon as you make him think, you make him hesitate. And when he hesitates, that's when you hit him for 6. That's when you hit him for 4.
Yeah.
That's when you hit him for 3. And just like that, you got a first down. So that's the best thing they do. It's an art, their offense, a dying breed. Thank God.
Yeah. No kidding. Thank God.
But at the same time, it's very impressive how good you can be at something very simple.
Yeah. And, I didn't even think about that you just said. Like, they're able to say, our receiver room, we can take walk-ons for our receiver room. For our offensive line, maybe some scholarship money to the kids who deserve it. But in reality, you're not spending a lot of money there. You're spending money on a quarterback. You're spending money on your fullback. And then the rest, you're going to get the best defensive backs you can. And our OC this year, so we had our OC from last year left, and he actually went to UCM, and that's clearly working out pretty well. Their quarterback's going crazy. Central Missouri's quarterback
for sure.
Your OC from last year went to UCM?
Yeah. Hayden Hawk.
What was Dom was
the wide receiver
receivers.
Dom was receivers,
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So our old OC went to UCM. He's quarterback coach for the quarterback that's probably going to win the Harlan Hill. I think he's leading in everything.
When we look at the numbers for their game last week, yes,
it
will be
unreal. They had like 900 yards or some shit like that. Crazy. And it was versus 40. It was versus a good team. They put a good football team.
Yes.
But new OC this year, when we played Harding, he coached at Colorado School of Mines. He said far and away, Harding was the best defense that he's played against in any division that he's coached in. He said that was the best defense, and I felt like it was this year. They were so stout this year, more so than last year too.
And the simplicity of their offense makes it very easy to fill a roster, because, I mean, you probably need maybe 2 quarterbacks, one guy that's just a guy. What did Steve Smith say this week? A jag.
A jag.
You need a jag at backup quarterback.
Who is he talking about?
Judy.
Jerry Judy.
Yeah. You need
so funny.
You need a jag at backup quarterback, but your starting quarterback needs to be someone that's got this thing down to perfection. But he's going to be there for a while too, because if you can plug and play a guy, like I was saying, you get that pipeline from that school in Georgia. You plug and play a guy a freshman year, and he gets it down and gets everything going. I mean, fuck, that's 4 years of a quarterback.
Exactly. Yeah. 3 more years after that of straight success with a dude who's experienced in it.
Which is why it's
always important. What were you going to say about your high school?
So the term jag, bro, I've been saying that for 5 years. Jag, that guy's a jag. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, I thought everyone knew. My high school coach used to say, that kid, he's a jag, bro. We were doing scouting, that kid's a jag. He's just a guy. And I just think that was hilarious. And then a couple weeks ago, Steve Smith said it about Jerry Judy, and everyone on my team was like, you saw what they called me? We called him a jag. I was like, bro, I've been saying that for fucking years, man. Like, give me some credit.
But they just invent stuff down in Louisiana, dude.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They got Jag, invented the gritty down there.
Bro,
all kinds of stuff.
I got a video of my little cousin, like 6 years old, hitting the gritty in flag football. I was like, what is going on, man? What the hell is happening?
I didn't know you, whenever you're talking about your like story to get into Henderson and everything, I didn't know you were in that type of offense prior to going to MC, because you, like, off the bat, I mean, me and you would be like throwing all the time in
Yeah.
practice, and I thought you had been a receiver all the way. I mean, I've got your stats pulled up. You're catching 536 yards worth of passes this year. You really ramped up the receiver.
So that was
your receiver role.
That was my thing when I got to MC. Like I started to realize like if I'm ever gonna actually play, like I don't really think I want to play this like wing back position. Like like if I'm ever gonna play, like, I think it'll probably be a slot receiver. So that's when I got back to LSU. I did whatever. Like didn't really want to play football anymore. And then I was like, well, if I'm gonna try and play again, I'm gonna try and play receiver. So my first my first snap of receiver in my life was at Henderson State.
Really? Damn.
In my first game.
Well,
so
I got you a C at MC? Is that what position? You were the C back or whatever?
Yeah.
And Drew was like, A and C was basically the same thing, but I know Drew ran that position too.
Drew was the one. Drew was the one, and then you remember Colt Freeman. He was the 2, and I was the 3.
Yep.
And I loved it because like Drew was like my big brother, so like, I was so cool with him being the 1. And then Colt would fumble like twice a game, and I'd be like, bro, give me a fucking chance. Remember he fumbled. I love Colt to death, and I still fuck with him. He fumbled like 3 times versus Shorter. I was like, I was like, I'm gonna get a shot, bro. I'm gonna get a shot. I never did. I think
you went to the away games, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was
started playing away games. I was like bouncing and this was the week before we played into Florida Tech, which George, this was like y'all at NSU going to Kearney, I guess. We had a 13, 14-hour ride to Florida Tech, who doesn't even have a team anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But I luckily missed. That was the week of the time when I was like, I'm probably just gonna want to hold on to my red shirt and go somewhere else.
That was a good call.
I was in danger of like burning my red shirt to hold, because our holder was like the starting receiver, and I was like, dude, if he gets hurt, I'm burning a red shirt to go hold a freaking ball.
Hold a field
goal. I'm not about to do that. But that drive had to be terrible.
Man, we did that one. I remember that. That was the same night. That drive. So I don't know if y'all are, but like I'm super into UFC. Like that's my jam. Like that's, if I'm not gonna watch football, I'm gonna watch UFC. And that was the night, driving back from Florida Tech was the night that Khabib versus Conor McGregor.
Part 1?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the same night. So that's the only reason I remember that drive. Yeah, that drive was a bitch. Me and Drew were trying to pull up that fight on Stream East the whole entire time.
Jordan's pretty big. Jordan's big into UFC, I think. I was
gonna say that was pretty much the end of Conor there.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end for him. Like
that was when Conor decided to go box after that.
And it was all downhill after that.
Yeah. Who's your favorite fighter right now?
A couple years ago, I was super big like Sean O'Malley fan before he got way hyped. So I really like Sean O'Malley. But if I'm gonna watch anybody, if someone comes on TV and there's a no-brainer, like I'm gonna watch Justin Gaethje every time he fights.
Oh my god,
that's the dude. Justin Gaethje is the guy that it doesn't matter who he's fighting, it doesn't matter when it is. I'm watching him fight.
I'm surprised you're not a big Poirier fan.
And I am, but that's the thing is.
You picked Gaethje over Poirier. Got it.
And it was good.
I understand.
It paid well, man. It was a good pick. It was a good pick. I had a lot of hate for that one too. I was like, guys, I just don't like. I love Poirier. I'm gonna go for Poirier in 9 out of 10 fights. And I just think Gaethje's like that, bro. He's coming off of a win versus Rafael Fiziev, who's a really good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Rafael Fiziev, great fighter, and I was like, dude, I think he's gonna beat Poirier now, and he did. And I felt bad for my buddies because like all my friends in Louisiana through so Poirier, and I was like, I get it, but it happened today, bro.
Yeah, no, you brought up Sean O'Malley. He cracks me up too every time they announce his record, and he gives
he does the zero. He lost. Like, don't you lie, bro.
He did.
He definitely lost. I watched it live. You lost.
I do have one funny story about Henderson. So when I was transferring, I didn't really know where I was going to go, what I was going to do, but my DC was good in the GAC. He was just at Southwest Oklahoma, so he had a lot of connections. And he told me to, follow a bunch of people. I'll help you wherever you want to go. So I followed a bunch of coaches, and Coach Maxfield actually followed me back pretty quick. And I was like, okay, cool. So I sent him my link, said, hey, coach, I'm transferring from Northeast. sent him my film. And he responded with a flyer to their camp.
Yeah,
I've
bro,
never I've never unfollowed someone faster. I was like, what the fuck is this?
this guy. Yeah,
I felt so disrespected.
he's
Fuck
dude.
that guy.
No, Max, bro. Like Max is my dude. Like we're cool, but he's a total dick. Like doesn't give a shit. Like that is the most Max Field thing I've ever heard in my life. But like realistically, because all the guys that have been here for years, same story. They get in here, they get in there, and they meet with Coach Max. He shows them everything. He's like, all right, so you either commit right now or not. We got another guy waiting.
Holy shit.
And they'd be like, oh
Damn.
shit. And they just sign right there. Like
Yeah.
all of them like, yeah, he told me to commit now, or that was it. So I just committed and signed. And I was like, Max has done this for, I'm not kidding, at least 10 guys I've talked to, the same story.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't play. He doesn't play around. He's like, look, you either want to play here or you don't. I'm not playing any games. Like he lays it down like that. But that's just the way that old part is. He's like that, man. I don't know what else.
And kudos to him. It's led to a decent amount of success there. I mean,
Yeah, they've done
nothing
well.
nothing spectacular, but above average to say the least.
Yeah, yeah. I like to think Henderson is the way I see it. There are definitely tiers to the GAC. Tier 1, Harding and OBU. They're the top tier. And then after that, I feel like Henderson's tier 2. I don't know who else would be there. I'd say maybe like a SAU on a good year. They're good this year.
Yeah.
You know, there's definitely levels to it. I think.
And I'd say recently maybe Southeast as well.
Yeah, Southeast has been good. This year they're down, I think, but they are. Good. They've been.
OKBU was up there for a couple of years, but they've kind of fallen off since, like drastically fallen off.
Which is crazy because Southeast was the better school in that state, but OKBU just found a way to beat every fucking Oklahoma team somehow. And it was Preston. It was Preston Hare.
Preston Hare. Where is he from, Jonah?
Where's he from?
Yeah, is he from Texas?
Yes, he is. He's from Trophy Club, Texas.
Yeah, he's playing.
Club.
Bro, he's playing in Germany now.
He is.
He's playing in a league called the European League of Football.
Yep.
Chris knows a lot about Europe these days.
I know a little about Europe. So I was totally following them, just kind of seeing what they're about over there in the European League of Football. I don't want to go play there, but my girlfriend's from Sweden, so I'm waiting for them to get his team in Sweden and see how that works. I think it'll happen one day.
Yeah,
how many times have you been so far? Did you just go
twice.
once last summer?
Dude,
You've been twice now?
I'm such a simp, bro. I went the whole month of June, and then right before fall camp, we had a week and a half off, and I was like,
"Yep,
going, bro. Like I miss her," so I just bought my ticket and went there for like a week and a half, and then flew back in. The next day, I had fall camp. So
how in the fuck are you dating someone from Sweden?
Well, she plays golf. She plays golf here.
Oh, okay.
So she
the
plays
pictures
golf
of you at the soccer games crack me up.
Right, bro. I don't know shit about soccer. I keep talking about people meeting me there. Yeah, I play football. I'm like, oh, what position? I'm like receiver. They're like, oh no. Oh, you
wrong football. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I play the real football. This is bullshit.
That's hilarious.
The soccer games were really fun. It was just like, I played in high school, so like I know how soccer works. They're just super slow. You know, I mean, like there's not a lot of goals scored, so it's not that fun. But the atmosphere was cool. European.
Is it like Stockholm or Sweden?
So if you look at the map, she's closer to like Copenhagen and Denmark. So I actually flew into Denmark and drive across this bridge. The city she lives in is called Malmo. It's like the third biggest.
Malmo FC is notorious for putting out good soccer players.
Yeah. So that's the game I went to, the Malmo FC games. We went to 2 different games, and there was like I said, European fans were so live. They love their soccer. So I got like a Malmo banner now in my room right there. I'm a Malmo FC fan. What can I say?
I think, do they have AIK too? Is that another one?
Yeah, I think that's the one in Stockholm. That's a Stockholm team.
Gotcha.
They have a good team in all the 3 big cities. Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmo all have a really good team.
Yeah, Malmo. I think Zlatan played for Malmo too. They've produced a lot of really good talent. They've played in Europe for the past couple of years as well. Never really been too competitive, but they'll sneak a game in here or there.
Yeah, they get in the Champions League every now and then, but none of the Swedish teams ever really make it very far.
Yeah, yep, no doubt. No doubt. Well, y'all
Commies,
ready to get into some
commie
scores?
soccer talk. Wait, I want to ask Chris a question before we get to the scores.
Go for it.
Bouncing back to the GAC after y'all's commie soccer talk. What are your top 5 GAC stadiums that you've played in?
Ooh.
Top 5 GAC stadiums. Number one, I'm going with OBUs. I love OBUs.
That was easy.
Yeah.
OBUs, bro, the games there are so freaking. They pack that bitch out every game. Doesn't matter who they're playing. That bitch is packed. I love that. That's number one.
What's that? The Battle of the Ravine with y'all?
That one's
It's the closest rivalry in college football, no?
It is. Dude, we walk across the street. I'm pumped for that one. That one's so fun. We literally just walk right across the street, walk through their tailgates. Everyone's dogging on us. I love it. That's the most fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
After that, shit, dude. Like, let's see. All the ones in Oklahoma are not great. I like Oklahoma Baptist a lot because their grass is really nice, and I
Fuck
like
that
playing.
shitty ass place.
I love the grass. Dude,
Fuck
I love
that
the grass.
shitty ass
Though.
place.
I love playing on grass.
I love the grass. The stadium is horrendous.
Yeah, I fucking love getting dressed in a dorm and then walking across a band field
Oh
to play
my!
on a rocky
The dorm
ass
is
field.
awful.
You have to walk 150 yards just to get there. But dude, I mean, let's say SAU's no better. They put you. You have to walk across You have to walk across a parking lot and over. They're horrible. I hate SAU's place.
Fuck, even at
Dude,
Watchtower, you
Chris.
get dressed in the baseball locker room and walking across the bridge.
Watchtow's no breeze either.
Dude, I played at Arkansas Tech for 5 years and never stepped foot on SAU's campus.
Really?
None of us did.
Oh, because
I
did.
We played them. We missed you did, George. I guess your first year there, but
We got their shit rocked.
So we missed COVID. We played them in that Murphy Oil Bowl, and then we played them 2 years at home. And I've never seen their campus.
So you played them in El Dorado.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to play them at the fucking, and I've told this story before, but I got to do it again. We're getting our fucking teeth kicked in, like the shit beat out of us. It's 49-0 in the fourth quarter. Actually third quarter going to fourth quarter, and we're huddled up waiting for the fourth quarter to start, and the lights go out. So what the fuck are we doing? And then the song "All of the Lights" by Kanye starts playing, and the lights start flickering. I said, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!"
Wait, at SAU?
At SAU, bro, they were beating us so bad they had a fucking concert mid game.
Oh my god!
Damn.
It was the most disrespectful.
That's
well, and imagine too, like we had a military guy, was a ex-military guy who was our defensive coordinator. So like, if he caught you, like, because I was smiling, bro. Like I was like, this is fucking sick.
He didn't think that shit.
Nah, bro. I was like, oh shit. Like I gotta
lock in real quick.
I would like to be able to play here. What the fuck? Yeah, that's
wild.
Fucking Magnolia, Arkansas.
Wait, did they turn the lights out on purpose, or the lights went out?
Yes, no, they had it was staged.
It was like the big dude like Ole Miss does now, where they're like flashing lights
with the LED lights.
Yeah.
They fucked us up with that one.
Bro, they beat us. They ruined our season this year. SAU. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it.
Y'all lost by 1, right?
Yes, bro. So bad. Yeah, it is. Dude, it was so tough. I hated that one because they scored in the fourth quarter with like 5 minutes left. They scored on this crazy play, like jump ball in the end zone, and it gets batted up in the air, and then they come down with it. So they score, and then we get the ball back with like 5 minutes left. First play, I run a hitch route. They throw it to me. I get like 20 yards. All right, let's go. I'm worked. I'm gassed up right now. I don't like SAU. I broke my ankle versus SAU the year before, so I don't want to lose to them. I don't like them. And then next play, like a deep over, they hit me again for a deep over for another 25 yards. We're already damn near in field goal position to win the game. So I'm like, dude, we're about to win this, like no doubt. And then I get pulled out of the game, and that was it for me. And we lose. We go out. We go 1, 2, 3, fourth out. We're done. 3 and out. Fourth down, 4th and 10. Fourth down, 4th and 10. They put me back in to run a clear out. We had like a I don't know if it's like a dagger concept or what, but it's the number 2 receiver runs vertical, number 1 runs deep dig.
So we call it dagger. We had a whip. If we ran it at trips, we had like a seam whip dig.
Yeah. So,
but you could run it. You could run it with either of the other two concept or routes too. But yeah, we call it dagger.
yeah, we ran it out of 3x1, and I'm a number 3 receiver, and so I'm running an opposite hash over. Number 2 runs a vert or seam. The number 1 runs that deep dig, and it was just not there at all, and we lose. So that was pretty sweet. Yeah, that was basically the feeling in the world. But now I've got a bone to pick with some of my coaches this year. I just feel like I haven't gotten the opportunities that I think I deserve. But I feel like that's a lot of players, so I can't really say much.
Yeah,
For sure.
be like that sometimes.
That's the way it is, man.
Yeah,
It's D2 football, baby.
That's what I'm saying. It is D2 ball. These guys are there, they're there for a reason sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But
all right, we ready to hop in scores, Jackie?
yeah.
All right, let's hop into these real quick.
I've got 2 picks for us, George.
Oh, you've got two bets for us?
Yep.
Okay,
yes.
you might be covering mine then, because I completely forgot to.
All right, I got you. I got one for both of us.
Okay, so let's look at some scores from last week. Nothing crazy. Liberty ends up beating Middle Tennessee on, was that Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
Surprisingly close game there.
Jacksonville State gets a big win against Western Kentucky, 2017. Southern Miss, oof, wow.
Southern Miss is awful.
They're
that's another one that you could bet this week. They're like 17-point dogs. I'd ban myself from betting against Southern Miss because I'm like half Southern Miss fan. But they're playing App State. They're App State at App State, and it's only a 17-point line, and they might get their shit kicked in just like they did last week.
App State's definitely a good enough team to cover versus that. That's a Southern Miss. I've watched them once this year. They were hard to watch.
Yeah, they've been bad.
On the Wednesday night slate, Sam Houston almost pulled out their first FBS win against FIU. So 0-7, but I think they're playing right now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Talk about a tale of 2 stories being their first FBS seasons. Them and James Madison, dude. James Madison is running.
Oh my gosh, can you believe that? They have a lot.
Talk about a wagon, dude. I think they've covered in every single game they played.
They're and
they beat a good Marshall team last week too.
Yes, that's right. I had that one in one of my. I don't say that, but yeah.
JT Daniels' old ass is still passing for 340 yards against Tulsa.
Yes, bro. How is that dude's been around for him? He's played like 4 different schools. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. SMU beats the shit out of Temple. 55-0. Michigan. Hey, let's talk about these fucking cheaters, huh?
Michigan.
Jesus Christ. Look, these guys, these fucking.
I don't think it's illegal though.
It's illegal.
Is the thing.
It's illegal.
They've posted an article about it, and they 6 lines down. They're like, "Oh, it's not actually like stated in any rule book that it's not allowed."
It's illegal to send scouts to other games. It's been illegal since like 1970 something. Wow. Granted, it's a little outdated. Fucking high school, our coaches was doing that shit. NFL, they do that shit all the time. But what comes into play is the technology aspect. These motherfuckers were filming the coaches' signals.
Oh, if you're videoing it, that's fucked up. But if they're just watching it and like doing it that way, then
what the fuck is the point, Jack? We get the huddle weekly. Like we exchange huddles. You're gonna get the film. So why send the extra? See that
if they get a better angle to like see the signals, because a lot of people are blocking their signals now.
And I'm saying, if you want to cheat, do it under a different fucking name. And get someone not associated with the fucking program.
To buy, all you have to do is get someone that isn't affiliated with Michigan to buy the tickets, and there's no way of anyone knowing ever.
I mean, goddamn, man, and not have one guy buy every fucking ticket.
It's
gee, I think they fucking did it. Like, come on, guys, use your fucking noodle.
They sent like staff to someone else's game to video.
Yes, they sent GAs.
Yeah, that's the whole.
They would send GAs to videotape the games and their signals
for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to point out that Coach Harbaugh's worst season was during COVID when there were no fans in the stands.
Whenever he couldn't pull his maneuver.
Exactly. Whenever he couldn't fucking cheat. Well, they beat Lil Bro, who's got problems. 49-0. Michigan State's bad as is. They didn't need to steal Michigan State signs. Ohio State plays a tight one with Penn State. The battle of who doesn't want to play offense in that game. Penn State's offense is fucking useless.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've watched Penn State once this year, but Ohio State's
They've played shit teams. That's why I bet on Ohio State, and strictly because of the fact that Ohio State's played a good Notre Dame team, and Penn State prior to that game hadn't played anyone good.
I tell you what, 4.5 was in danger there for a little bit though.
Yeah, it was, and I bought it down to 3, but
Florida State beats Duke in a pretty good matchup this week, 38-20 there. Was the spread 17? Am I crazy?
On which game?
yeah.
Florida State Duke?
14 and a half, I think.
14.5, that's right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on that one. That was a backdoor cover. Oh my lord, bro.
Oh yeah.
They were not winning that one by a lot for very long.
No.
Yeah.
They were in danger late in the game.
Oh, bro. Oh, that because I had the boys in blue on that one, so that really sucked.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
Washington about blew it this week. They were 21.5-point favorites and ended up winning by 8 but on a late touchdown too. Their offense just did not get going. Michael Penix had his letdown game, so hopefully they can bounce back.
Did they score at all? I thought they only
I think it was.
goals.
I think it was a defensive touchdown.
Oh, maybe.
Wow.
Yep. Throw a pick 6. You're right.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
89-yard pick 6. Penix threw 2 picks. I think he threw 2 picks in the first quarter. Just did not look very good there.
Might have been run away to Heisman there.
Yeah, it didn't look Heisman-esque.
Oh, I tell you, man, this fucking OU game, holy shit, was it
I
back
wanted them
and
to
forth.
lose so bad.
Oh, so did I. Also, the guy blowing the kiss, hard. That was fucking
I
hard.
didn't
He's running down the sideline, booty butt naked, no one covering him, and he's running down the OU sideline. Just gives a little, oh my,
And then
God.
and then his celebration was like airing out the student section. He was like swinging an AK.
He goes in, he's got his handshake with his homeboy, and then they just fucking let the fucking chopper sing on the crowd. I was like, this is so disrespectful.
They were at OU, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel did not play great against his alma mater there.
No.
Another game that came down to last couple seconds was that Texas game.
Yeah,
that was shocking.
Shocking. That Houston team is not good.
No.
Jasper was right though. They weren't going to pull it out.
Sure.
Oregon, Washington,
North
State
Carolina,
was relatively close. Yeah, North Carolina. I mean, beat the fucking bad teams, god damn it.
They're some of the worst teams in FBS
Virginia.
football.
Dude, Virginia's so bad. Virginia's a team who lost to James Madison. James Madison beat Virginia.
Yeah.
First year.
Virginia's fucking god damn, man. I don't want to make jokes, but fuck, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that's bad. It ain't great. It ain't a good look.
Yeah.
Man, but he did throw for 3. He threw for 347.
Drake May did, yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's the whole team.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
This Alabama game, Tennessee was up 20-7 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, Alabama's second half won in that game.
I think
by a lot.
Alabama's defense is legit. They're going to keep them in games they might not should be in because their offense is really mid this year.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely.
Mm-hmm.
You were right about this Auburn
Toddy.
game. I know you said it was a trap game, and it was tight.
Yep. Hey, we're squeaking out the wins we need to squeak out. I'm a huge LSU fan, Chris.
Yeah, I bet you are.
week.
I bet you are.
Dude,
yeah, I bet you.
I've talked about this multiple times now, but what happens if y'all beat Alabama?
Yeah.
We beat y'all. Already happened, and Alabama beats us, which already happened. There's a 3. It's like everybody has one SEC loss, and it's just a triangle of head-to-heads. I don't know what happened.
It's got to be a strength of wins, and it's not going to be LSU because we have an out-of-conference loss. I don't know if it will matter or not, but
well, so does Alabama. But yeah, I don't know
even
how
to
that works.
determine, will it be point differential? I don't know what the fuck it'll be.
I
to
thought
determine
that was the
SEC
best way.
championship.
As far as I've read on it, I think it goes to the strength of your Eastern games, which is kind of weird.
Fuck do
But
you determine? Wholly subjective.
yeah, that's kind of BS.
It's completely it's uncontrollable for team. Like Ole Miss have played Georgia and Vandy, so the best and the worst.
Yeah,
and then
all right. Well, I'm rooting for Missouri. I'm rooting for Missouri all year then because LSU beat them.
Yeah,
but
who's y'all's constant East game? Is it Missouri?
Florida.
Or is it? Yeah, Florida.
Which we haven't
Georgia's.
played yet this year.
We fucking
No.
suck.
We haven't played Florida yet.
Georgia's a Florida fan.
We fucking
You're
suck.
a Florida fan?
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to Arkansas this week. We fucking suck.
No.
Oh,
don't
come
say
on.
that. That's not gonna happen.
Arkansas, don't y'all play Georgia?
Oh, is it Georgia this week?
Yeah, it's the
Either
cocktail
way, we're
party this
fucking
week.
losing.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hated it for y'all starting off the year with a loss to Utah because Utah's not good this year.
By the way, we finally got confirmation. Cam Rising is not playing this year, so we can start betting with our brains finally instead of betting with our what ifs.
I think he's taking a medical.
Jesus Christ, if he comes back. Utah does beat USC though without Cam Rising. I know we said it was a letdown game for Penix, but I mean Caleb Williams is losing games and losing votes.
No kidding.
The Utes just have USC's number, I think.
They do. It's been 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, this game pissed me the fuck off because goddamn Army runs the triple op and got beat 62-0. So when I bet on you, Army, when I bet on you to lose by 42 fucking points, you cover. You're banned. You're on the ban list, Army. Congrats.
I'm telling you, there's that game. I'm LSU, so I always have something. But I had the over in that game, which was 60.5 points, and I thought that over was. I thought that over was going to hit because LSU's defense is so god awful this year, and they're playing a triple option offense. I figured that they're going to get some points, and I couldn't. That's the first shutout LSU's had. That's probably the only shutout they'll have this year, next year at all. I mean, that defense is horrendous. I mean, I really expected Army to at least have a couple of points, but LSU did not show any respect for the troops at all. They laid it on them. That was tough.
Yeah, they gave it to him without consent there. That was not a good one. MIZ goes out and hands it to old South Carolina.
Yeah.
Listen, kids, Air Force is a prime example of why you don't live bet. I took Air Force at half minus 12.5, 17-0 with 3 minutes left in the game. Navy gets the ball back. I said I won. The bet hit.
It's over. It's
just for fucking Navy to go down and score a goddamn touchdown. And did you see what they fucking did?
I didn't see it.
Those fuckers went for 2. They tried to cover that 10-point spread too. Those fuckers are disgusting down there at the Naval Academy. I tell you what, Annapolis, Maryland, they got some cooking going on over there.
Tell me I didn't smoke that analysis, George, on the under.
Oh my God, did you ever? It was what, 10-0 at halftime?
Yeah.
I was like,
34.5 was over under.
That's free money there. They started scoring late. Yep. Yeah, no, NCAA, fuck Michigan. Go investigate Annapolis. They went for fucking 2, for God's sake.
Yeah, they're playing for money over there.
Had to have been.
All they have to do is sit on a boat all day. They might as well bet.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to get bored without it.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane beats North Texas by a touchdown, a little bit closer than I'd expect there.
Yeah.
The worst football call I've ever seen in my life. This Minnesota-Iowa game.
Oh,
that's the worst.
The dude was running out of
football
bounds. He was running out of bounds for like 5 seconds.
That's the worst. No. Are you talking about the punt return? Are you talking about the punt return for Iowa? Okay, so he's running to the ball, yelling Peter. So he's yelling Peter, Peter, pointing at it, waving his hand, saying, "Get away." He goes and off the hop, picks it up, cribs that bitch. That bitch. They go back and review it. They said they're reviewing to see if he stepped out of bounds. On the review, they go back and say he called for a fair catch.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. I didn't know that happened.
He was waving, like he's pointing at the ball, but waving Peter, or poison, whatever they're called.
Whatever it is.
Pointing at the ball, just waving it off. His arm was never above his shoulder. It was right here the whole time, just right at the chest. Peter, pointing at it and all that shit. They go back and review, and like I said, they're reviewing to see if he stepped out of bounds. Didn't step out of bounds, but there was one bozo who said he was calling for a fair catch.
I saw an angle where I thought he was running out of bounds for like 10 steps, but I guess
he was in the whole time. But there was no flag on the field. There was no one on the sideline saying he's calling for a fair catch. The team played like it wasn't a fair catch, because if it was a fair catch and they fucking go to tackle him, hello, that's 15. Like, I mean,
yeah.
No, everyone thought it was a live ball. and they reviewed it and said he tried to fair catch it. Worst
See,
call I've
that's
ever
cool.
seen, and that's going to cost Iowa a chance to win the Big Ten West.
See,
Damn.
that's bullshit because if you're not, they initially reviewed it to see if he was out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Why can you go back and say he called fair catch? That's not even what you're fucking reviewing for.
Nope.
Yeah,
And
they should have to like establish the reasoning for the review.
And by the way, that
just
should
like
be
be like, oh yeah, we're gonna.
That should be a flag too for delay a game, but you can't review for a penalty. So I don't know how the fuck you go back and determine that. No idea, because no one was confused. No one thought it was a fair catch.
Yeah,
so,
it's dumb.
Tough one there. UCLA takes it to the worst team in football, Stanford.
Man,
almost worse.
Stanford. I know y'all watched that game last week.
Fuck Stanford. I'm a Colorado junkie. I'm drinking the.
Oh,
DR
you're on
Kool-Aid.
that train. I'm on that train too, dude. I'm totally there for the Colorado the Colorado movement. I think what they have going on is awesome. I actually love it. And a lot of my buddies are like, they're on the fuck Colorado, fuck Dion, all this shit. Bro, I think it's amazing. And I watched that game last week, and Eric Onemeyer, whatever the hell his name was, went absolutely insane.
Yeah, what he had, like 240 and 3 touchdowns?
Oh, no, he had 300.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. He had 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and I was just, from a receiver watching that, it's just like, that's what you're supposed to do. As a coaching staff, whenever a receiver is doing that, just keep going to him.
Feed him.
And they did, and it was awesome. It was really fun to watch, which I was going for Colorado, but.
Yeah. The worst offensive display we'll ever see this year was Mississippi State versus Arkansas. 7-3, and the leading passer, KJ Jefferson, threw for 97 yards. Arkansas's OC did get fired this week, by the way.
Did he really?
He did. He is no longer the OC. Pittman is definitely next. His head is on the block here in the state of Arkansas.
Sure. He's progressively gotten worse each year.
Yep. Rutgers won, so I think they're bowl eligible. Good win for them. Any other games of note? I bet Cincinnati. That was dumb. I bet Memphis. That was smart.
Baylor.
You had Baylor?
Yeah, I had Baylor.
You fucker.
Who else did I have?
There was another game. Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Wake.
Wake Forest, Pittsburgh. This game, there's like a minute 20 left or something like that. It's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Quarterback takes off out of the pocket completely. Again, booty butt naked. He's got the first down. He starts his slide. When he starts his slide after the first down marker.
Yeah.
The side judge says he starts his slide 2 yards before the first down marker. In what fucking world? It was horrible. But then they had to punt the ball back. Wake gets the ball, goes down, scores. Fuck you, Pitt. Yeah.
Damn.
Horrible.
Wow.
Two terrible calls this week.
I hate that because it's so up to the ref, like the sliding rule as to where they go down.
Mm-hmm.
It's so up to the ref as to where they start their slide. I think that's such a tough rule to call because in my opinion, even with the slide, it should be down when they make contact with the ground wherever the ball is, not
agree.
where they begin their slide. I still think regardless, because that's just such a. You could say, like you said, he starts his slide 2 yards before it really does, and then you fuck him out of the first down. And they got to punt. Like that rule is way too arbitrary, way too much in the ref's hands there.
Well, I mean, at this point, why would quarterbacks just not start diving? I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
you should. Yeah, they should dive.
It's. I don't know. It's like you're saying. It's very subjective, but at the same time, I feel like that's a very easy fix. Like as soon as they touch the ground, they're down. It's not like we're giving them credit for however far.
It's just hard. It's just hard on the defense to not like. If you can say that's wherever he hits the ground, then the quarterbacks can like pull that. I think it's trying to like counteract the Kenny Pickett fake slide thing.
Yeah, that's
and
what
they,
it is.
If they start the slide, they have to like complete the slide because they can't fake it, and then because the defense is taught the whole time not to hit the quarterback when he's sliding.
Yeah, you got to let up there.
Yeah,
that's true. That's a good point.
It's hard though.
That's a good point. I did not think about that.
That BYU game was big.
Where's that one? Oh yeah, Texas Tech. Yeah. I tell you what, I think if OU is gonna lose, I think it's gonna be at BYU this year.
That's a tough game.
That's gonna be the only one that I think can trip
BYU beat Arkansas too, man. Which is not saying much now. But I mean,
to go on the road and beat an SEC team, that's a good win.
Absolutely. Man, look at the one under that. I didn't realize how bad that Kansas State TCU game got. Holy cow.
TCU's fucking bad.
I don't know who TCU is. They beat the shit out of BYU, and then they lay an egg versus Kansas
true.
State. It's weird.
So I had BYU to cover the week last week when they played TCU.
Yeah, it's weird. BYU is just a different animal at home, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
Playing in Utah, something about Utah at night, dude.
Something about the Mormons.
Yep.
Listen, I might have spoke too soon. I completely forgot about this Nevada San Diego State game. This is the worst offensive outing.
What the fuck?
6-0.
Nevada got blown out by Idaho.
The Vandals.
San Diego State. The Vandals.
Hey, you sleep. The
San Diego State can't score a point.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, 6-0. That's
that was stupid.
That's horrible.
Nevada's awful too. Nevada was 0-6 going into that game.
That's their first win, yeah.
Yeah. That pisses me off. I had that in one of my parlays.
Miami with a good win over Clemson too. Double OT.
Wow. Yeah, that's big.
Big bounce back win for them for not kneeing the football. Fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
I'll give y'all my bets this week right here.
Liberty gets another win. New Mexico State gets a win as well. So yeah, what you got, Jackie boy?
I got Auburn and Mississippi State. I got the under in that one. It's at 43, I believe.
What time's that game?
That's it.
2:30 on. Yeah, it's a midday game, I think.
Am I blind?
Oh,
there it is.
You're not sorted to like.
Got it. What's the total
at?
40?
State's offense is just awful, and I don't think Auburn's going to blow anybody out.
No, man.
Auburn can run the ball well and can't throw the ball to save their life, so it's going to be a quick game. I think that goes under all day.
Auburn's quarterback scares me, bro.
They don't know what they're doing at quarterback. They played against Ole Miss. They played a different guy every drive.
Yeah.
The other one is Minnesota again. I hit the Iowa-Minnesota under last week. I got Minnesota-Michigan State under again. It's at 40.5.
Where's it at?
Going to be a cold game. Going to be a cold game. I think it's 11. Minnesota? Is it 11 o'clock game?
2:30.
Yeah, 2:30. Yeah, Minnesota cold game. Michigan State can't score. Neither can Minnesota. I got the under in that one too.
That's not a terrible couple shots there.
Yep.
It'll be a cold one.
I've heard a lot about kind of an under the radar under two being Kansas and Oklahoma. Apparently it's gonna be like 29 degrees at kickoff. It's an 11 a.m. game.
Yeah, it says 38 on here. 65 points is the total, by the way.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points, even if it isn't cold.
And I have this app. You'll have Betting Pros, the app, where it kind of tells you the public and everything like that. 70% on the over that game.
Yeah, really? I like fading. I like fading the public.
Me too. Big fade.
You know, we call that a general principle bet right there.
Yeah.
And so many people like are incentivized to want to watch like a good game and like do the over or take the favorite and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm big on unders. I've rarely bet overs.
You're an under kind of guy. Wow, that says a lot about you, bro.
Yep, big under guy.
This will be a good one this week. Oregon, Utah.
Yeah, that'll be a very good game. I was thinking about riding my Utah teams at night thing, but it's not at night, so that kind of fucks me.
I tell you what, this could be a sneaky shout for an over here. 47.5 here.
Utah just doesn't score a lot.
Yeah, they don't, but Oregon sure as hell does.
Yeah, I think, and if they're going to win that game or at least keep it close, they got to match them. And they've put up 34 in their last two games.
I could definitely see that one being over.
I think I like the Utah quarterback is going to get some more security with his position now that Cam Rising isn't coming back. So I think that might help the offense a little bit.
Yeah. God damn, they're really balanced too. They're running for 183, passing for 160.
I'm a big dog guy. I like taking dogs on the money line a lot. I'm gonna have a hard time staying away from Kentucky versus Tennessee. Kentucky at plus I got plus 160. That would be tough for me to stay away from, but I could also see Tennessee bouncing back this week.
Tennessee's just in a gauntlet of games.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
That's this one here. Yeah, Tennessee by 4 here.
At Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky's lost 2 in a row. Damn,
Yeah, but they played Georgia and they played a pretty decent Missouri team. And they're coming off a bye too, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
good.
mind that.
Yep.
That's not a
That could
terrible
be
shout there. I'd probably
At
take.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I'd probably
But they
end up
lost
taking
at
the
home?
points.
Yeah.
They lost at home to Georgia. No, they lost at home to Missouri.
Okay. Damn.
But yeah, beat Florida at home. They hadn't played anybody up to Florida. Then they beat Florida and then got shit kicked out of them by Georgia, and then lost a bad one against Missouri.
Bro,
But
that side of the SEC is so tough because really both sides of the SEC. Everyone beats up on each other, man. You just never know. Like, did Florida beat Tennessee this year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Florida
I
beat
would have
Tennessee.
never called that one, and that happened, and that just throws everything in the loop. That's a tough side of the SEC to pick.
I tell you what, I don't know how you can make Louisville a favorite in this game.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm not betting that game. I have no idea.
I was thinking the same thing.
If Duke's quarterback plays, they could win.
Dude, I
Man,
was thinking
They probably will win.
He's still not healthy, but I just don't know how you can make Louisville the favorite here. They're just not. They're not
it
on.
being in Louisville.
Yeah,
that's got to be it.
Yeah, that's where they beat Notre Dame too.
Yep.
Damn, man. Yeah, I mean
the game we're gonna learn the most about this week about teams is the old cocktail party, George.
Yeah.
Who's that?
We fucking suck.
Georgia without Brock Bowers is gonna be a little different.
14.5-point favorites.
A lot of people are on Florida as far as people that know about football.
I don't know. Historically, this is a statement game for Georgia. This is we're gonna beat the fuck out of our rival. So
they're just not what they were the last 2 years. This is a different.
That's true.
Georgia's susceptible this year.
But they always bring some juice for this game.
Yeah, this is a big game, but I think in the long run, like I don't think Georgia's the kind of team they have been in the past couple of years.
They're very susceptible to slip up this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Any other ones that interesting? I wonder how big a favorite SMU is here.
Tulsa sucks.
21-point favorites. Oh wow!
Yeah. Who is
Tulsa?
SMU 21-point favorites against Tulsa.
They just kept
Tulsa
the
brakes
beat off them by Rice. Holy shit!
Yeah, that was ugly.
The over might intrigue me there. Any other games we're seeing? Oh, App State Southern Miss, Jackie boy.
Yeah.
17-point favorites for App State. Total set at 55.5.
There it is.
Damn, App State coming off a couple bad losses at home against Coastal and then at ODU.
Yeah. Old Dominion started off the season well, but they kind of fizzled out.
Fucking shit, Southern Miss is bad.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Awful.
Tomorrow I'm taking Georgia State. I'll tell you that now. Lock that one in for me, baby. Guest pick of the week, Georgia State.
You think they're better than you think they beat Georgia Southern?
I'm riding high because I picked them last week too.
I've heard a bunch of stuff about Georgia State this week too. I listened to a ton of college football podcasts while I'm working. I've heard a lot about people being on Georgia State to win that game.
I'm on them. I picked them last week they were underdog versus UL.
Yeah.
And that was probably my best pick of the week. So I'm gonna ride it again this week, I think.
Yep, I like it.
I tell you what, JMU can't even play in the postseason, can they?
No, they can't even win their conference. I don't think.
That's fucking gross.
Stupidest. That's the dumbest fucking rule ever.
That's fucking terrible.
One of the teams got left out of the okay. So Fairleigh Dickinson that made the run in the NCAA tournament. They shouldn't even have been in there. They shouldn't have made it. Mary Mack should have made it. I think.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Yes. That's who they beat in the championship game, right?
Yeah, Mary Mack won.
Oh no, Mary Mack won the championship game, but they couldn't go because they had just moved up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm just catching up.
Dumbass rule.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a ton jumping off the page here at me.
I'll be in Oxford for a big, huge game against Vanderbilt.
So you're going to Oxford this weekend?
Yeah, I've been in all the home games beside Mercer this year.
Tell you what, this is
Okay.
this is one of Colorado's last chances to get a win at UCLA. It's probably not going to
Yeah.
happen, but it's one of their last few chances because they got some
Yeah.
boppers coming up.
Oof.
What the
George,
oh,
where are you still at Tech or are you done?
I work at Tech now, so
Okay, I got
I work for the university now.
you. Nice.
20-point favorites for JMU. I think that might be too low.
Think they're
Yep.
gonna run it up on
They're
these boys?
they're a wagon.
Yeah, I mean,
They
damn.
are.
I don't think ODU is that great. I mean, they played
They've
Commerce
kept games
close, who's brand
close,
new.
but
Wow,
Yeah,
they
they
picked
have.
Commerce 9.
Huh. Could be interesting
Who
there.
did Old Dominion beat this year? I think they beat like Wake Forest, something like that, did they not?
they didn't beat Virginia Tech this year, did they?
They lost to Wake Forest by
They
3.
lost. That's what it was.
They beat
Yeah.
App State by 7 last week. They lost to Virginia Tech and Wake Forest and Marshall.
We got any good D2 games this year, Georgie?
Let's go
This week?
take ourselves a little look-see. So we'll look at games from last week real quick. Frostburg v. West Virginia State. Let's go GAC first. Y'all beat the shit out of Monticello, I see.
Beat the Boll Weevils. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, it's a great day to not be a boll weevil.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Oklahoma Baptist goes to one of the worst teams in D2 and gets to beat them in Northwest Oklahoma.
That's who we got this week. We got the Rangers this week for
Please don't tell me you have to go to
night.
Alva. Please don't tell me.
Senior night.
Okay.
Senior night. So
Good.
I got my senior night versus the Rangers.
Good. You get a stat pattern game for senior night.
Yeah, I get
Is this gonna be the last one, Chris?
Last what?
Is this the last go around?
Oh, Jack. It's the last go around, brother.
Do you have eligibility left?
No, I don't think so. And even if I did, I'm totally out. Oh my gosh, bro. It's my body's just begging me to stop playing football. My body is literally begging me every day to stop playing football.
Definitely felt that. Southeast gets to beat the second worst team in college football when they beat Southwest Oklahoma. Harding surprised me. I said that would be a good game last week. Southern Arkansas was at home technically, even though they're playing in El Dorado.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harding took it to him. I think Harding's legit. I think Harding can make a decent run this year.
Man, this is definitely their year to make a run. Their offense is good. Dude, I don't know what it is about us. Our defense plays them really well. Their offense, but their defense is lights out. I mean, they're so tough. I mean, I don't know how that game went, but Southern Arkansas scoring 20 points, they had to put their twos in. There's just no way.
Yeah, I think they did get points late. From what I've been told, the reason these points are egregious from Harding this year is because of their defense. Their defense has either scored or set them up very well this year. So I know I was thinking it's their offense. They put up 60 twice. They put up 40 against Ouachita. But what I was told today is that their defense is really fucking good. So
they're different level than everybody else in the GAC.
No doubt. Arkansas Tech goes to Ouachita Baptist and damn near pulls off a historic upset.
Man,
that was a damn good game.
They're up 24-17 with 7 minutes left in the game.
I was rooting for the boys.
We almost had the ball at the 2 with 10 seconds left, but Dayton, one of our tight ends, barely dropped it.
Well, and then there was a flag on our defense too. That was a flag that had not been called all game. That kind of fucked us out of 15 yards and an automatic first down. So
what's new playing at OBU?
Yeah, big shocker
bro,
there, right?
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is.
By the way, GAC worst officials in the world, not the conference, not the conference, not the nation, the world.
They're so bad, man. They're so bad. It's
so bad. You gotta go back to your fucking day jobs.
No, actually. But our coaches always make a joke. They're just here to get their Subway sandwich and leave. they get a. I guess I don't know if they're joking about it or if we give them a free sub or something. I don't know, but it makes sense to me.
Collect your sub, take your cookie, and get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Nas goes and beats East Central. I was told this game was really close too, and then Gage Porter said "fuck y'all" and scored 2 touchdowns late. So Nas gets a good win. Let me look at the MIAA real quick from last week. Okay.
Okay. Holy shit.
So-
Oh my god.
Central Missouri beat Emporia State. Emporia State runs a very, very fast tempo, by the way. Like fastest in the country. It's disgusting to play against. You will be faking a cramp. They lost 77-27, but
Holy shit.
I think we should look at this real quick.
I do want to see a little bit of the stats.
Oh my gosh, they didn't even score in the fourth quarter.
No.
77 points in the third quarter.
In 3 quarters.
So just to put things in perspective, Emporia threw the ball 69 times in this game. So that's a fuck ton of plays. And then they ran the ball 25 plus times as well. Let's go look at UCM. Okay, brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Watch your eyes. This is going to be disgusting. This man threw 30 for 53 for 627 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Bro, put the 2s in. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
They're notorious for this. They won a Harlan Hill Trophy winner. They had a quarterback a couple years ago that they unfortunately lost a couple games and he didn't get it. But they will keep their ones in. They've done this, like I said, they're notorious for beating the fuck out of people in order to stat pad. Ain't shit changed, I see. 627 and 8. And by the way, threw the ball 53 times. The backup threw the ball twice.
Receiver 144 and 3 tuds. God.
I mean, they even fucking ran the ball well. 12 times for 183 and 3 tuds.
15 a pop. Dude was getting 15 a pop. Oh my lord.
Just a disgusting offensive output. Let's see if we can find the team stats real quick.
They ran a shitload of plays.
So if I'm not mistaken, Emporia ran 98 plays for 451 yards. Yeah, that's cool. UCM said, fuck you. Here's 88 plays for 981 yards of offense.
Oh my gosh.
981. Numbers we haven't seen since Tavon Austin and Geno Smith were linking up at West Virginia.
And West Virginia.
That is gross.
A lot of big plays in that one.
I mean, what the fuck was the time of possession?
They had an 89-yard touchdown in there.
It is very rare that Emporia wins the time of possession, but if they do, I swear to God, they had to lose that game.
Yeah, it was relatively even though.
It is. But I'm telling you, the tempo that Emporia State runs at, that should never happen.
You played against them? Did you transfer from that conference?
I did. I played it. We'll look at their score real quick too. I played at Northeastern State.
He's a Riverhawk.
I was a Riverhawk for 2 years. They lose to UCO. Lincoln puts up 5. Nice little 5 spot for Lincoln against Missouri Southern. So good for Lincoln. Not scoring touchdowns, but scoring 5 points. Fuck it, man.
Get your field goal on safety and get out of there.
Like they're so bad, bro. They're so bad. They were bad in the GLIAC, and now they're bad here. Just get out. Missouri Western beats Kearney on a. Did they score? I can't remember if they kicked the field goal late. Good win for Missouri Western, though, to bounce back after a loss to Northwest. Talked about Northeast. Pitt State does go and beat Northwest Missouri. Not near as close as I was expecting. Good win for them. Fort Hays beats Washburn 31-28 there. Look at next week real quick. Is there a game tonight? No. The game I know what that game is. Never mind. Fort Hays against UCO. Northeast gets to go to Missouri West. Northwest goes to Washburn. Kearney goes to Emporia. UCM goes to Missouri Southern. That could be a high-scoring affair, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I think that could be
coming off the 77.
I think that could be an 80-50 game.
Jesus.
We're going to see a lot of points there. That can't be right. That can't be right.
Do they play? Do y'all play
No
non-conference games?
No. Who are they playing then? I'm trying to remember who's not on here that they're playing. UCO's here. So Oklahoma schools are accounted for.
I have no idea. Maybe they're supposed to be on a bye or something.
No, we don't have a bye week either.
Sioux
Falls. They definitely do not play Sioux Falls. Let me see if I can find their schedule.
The Gorillas.
Such a
Man,
weird one.
they're pretty damn good this year. Yeah, no shit. Holy cow.
Okay,
Sioux
maybe
That makes
they
no sense.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where the fuck is Lincoln? They're not playing Lincoln. No
Oh, they
fucking chance.
they scheduled someone out because they suck that bad.
What the fuck, bro? Did Lincoln? What the fuck? There's
I saw
no
Lincoln on there
fucking
last
way.
week.
There's no fucking way.
You think they bailed them a game because they're gonna get worked?
Or they,
They're playing Eastern New Mexico?
how
Is
is
that-
that allowed? Is that allowed?
What the fuck?
Is it
bro?
allowed?
I swear to God, this is
It's
never.
allowed. What the fuck?
We literally
What
the
the fuck?
MIAA literally only plays conference games. What in the absolute fuck, man?
Oh, I love that you got that, Chris.
Yeah, that's an American classic right there.
Fuck,
That
funny.
that is fucking hilarious. They said, yeah, we don't even want to bother with them. Let them go play someone else. So yeah, Pitt
Is
State's
Lincoln
playing Sioux
bad?
Falls.
Are they that
Lincoln-
bad?
Lincoln is a bottom dweller. Lincoln is
Yeah.
worse than Northwest Oklahoma,
There's no way they're a worse football team than Northwest.
sir.
Holy shit!
Sir.
And they have to play in that conference. That blows. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure y'all know. Like y'all played it. Like the GAC is solid, but it's not a top. It's not a top 5 D2 conference. I mean, there are some MIAA's up there. The Gulf South's up there. Then I don't know what's the conference, the Grand Valley and those guys.
Gliac.
The Great Lakes.
This is Lincoln, by the way. 56-10, 68-14, 24-10, 59-0, 71-3, 28-13, 59-17, 63-5.
Getting waxed.
Oh, that's just this year.
Have they won? Oh, they haven't won a game in years. No.
L.
Let's go look at 2021 as
How
well.
do you recruit, dude? How do you recruit to that school?
Also didn't win in
Good
2021,
Lord.
by the way.
Oh, fuck.
That's
They were
terrible.
so bad they had their game
OT
canceled
versus
against
Northeastern
Northwest.
State. OT
Yeah,
versus
yeah. Their fucking Rivercocks
Could you
suck.
imagine losing that game?
They're
Dreading.
God.
Just dreading.
Let's check back to 2020 was COVID, correct?
Yeah.
2019
Yeah.
maybe. Oh,
What?
1 in 10.
Had to be Northeast.
Yeah,
that'd be Northeast.
That's
That's right. I think Northeast beat Missouri Southern that year.
they got their 1 win.
Okay, let's check 2018 just to make sure we're not missing out on a couple wins.
Okay.
Heyo.
Oh wow.
And that was in the GLIAC. I think.
Lane College. I am from Memphis, Tennessee, and I do not know where that is. Why does that say Memphis,
I've never heard
Tennessee?
of that. Oh, that's the GLIAC? Okay.
No,
No,
this
that's in Jackson. It's in Jackson, Tennessee. They just
Oh.
played at one of the stadiums here.
I don't think this is the GLIAC. I can't remember the name of this conference.
I think
Yeah.
it is.
No, the GLIAC's the good one. They're not in the GLIAC. GLVC. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the GLIAC this week. Let's look at last week's games real quick because this is the top conference right now in football.
Yeah. I got a buddy who coaches at Davenport.
Davenport got a good win against Mary. Ferris beat Michigan Tech. Grand Valley beat the shit out of Northern Michigan.
Ooh.
And then Saginaw beat Wayne State in overtime. Let's look at this week's games for them. Saginaw goes to Davenport. American International goes to Ferris. If Grand Valley doesn't score 60 points, I might give away like $15 on the channel or something. Like $20. You get a 20 ball for watching the video. Comment.
Dude, that's a fucking good idea, George.
Comment your fucking your Venmo in the video, and if Grand Valley doesn't score 60 points, $20 goes to a winner. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna beat the shit out of them. Let's look at the top 25 for last week real quick. Absolutely massive win for UTPB. They do get the win at Angelo State, 28-23. They're on the up, dude. I mean, I don't think that staff's going to be there very long. They're on the up. They're very good football team. Massive win for Augustana to go and get a win against Minnesota State. That is a huge win, program-changing win, in my opinion, to finally break through and beat that top 10 team. That's massive for Augustana. Bemidji beats Concordia. Benedict wins. Colorado Mines still the best team in football.
They're still doing good.
Central Missouri beats Emporia. We talked about. Fighting Ochre came up short.
Oh, I called that, George. I called it.
Yeah,
you did.
That's
West Florida gets a 3-point win over the Delta State Fighting Ochre. That is.
They had to come back off that terrible loss to West Al.
Yeah, that's just such a letdown. That's too bad too. If they don't lose that game, they're probably a top 5 team right now.
West Florida.
They'll still make the playoff, but
I don't think they'll be. I don't think they're going to be. I don't expect them to be D2 for long. I think that program, that school just seems like it could grow way too much. I don't think it'll be D2 for very long.
Yeah,
good hotbed
West Georgia's
spot
already
too.
going up.
Exactly.
Well, good hotbed spot, and I don't know of many FCS teams other than Florida A&M in Florida.
And exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, true.
Lenore Ryan beat Newberry. We talked about Pitt State. Shepherd beats Westchester. Talked about Harding. Western Colorado blanks Highlands. Talked about Ferris. Talked about Grand Valley. Slippery Rock gets a win against.
Slips over California.
Gets a win over California, PA, baby. Virginia Union beats Lincoln, PA. Ouachita Baptist.
Hey, Chris, can you tell us where California, the D2 school, is?
I had to guess, man. I would get. Look, I don't look at me crazy, but I'm gonna guess it's in California somewhere.
That is a great guess. They're in California, Pennsylvania.
Guess. Oh, what? I had no idea. Man, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't. What conference is that? Is that
is it on here?
The Slippery Rock and those guys. It's right there. PSAC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
So it's all Pennsylvania teams?
Yes.
Wow.
I think Lincoln's in there too. Are they? No, they're in the CIA. That's the HBCU D2 conference.
They got a lot of Pennsylvania D2 teams then, I guess.
Yeah. Not all of them are good.
Indiana, Purdue of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find IUP.
IUP.
What is it? The PSAC?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, you got Clarion, Edinburgh, Gannon, Mercyhurst, IUP. That's
Shepherd.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania. That's not IUPUI, not to be confused with Indiana University, Purdue University of Illinois.
So fucked. The things you learn from betting college basketball.
Yeah, the fucking addiction.
Yeah, it's real. It's only growing for me. I got a few more weeks until it's illegal, I guess. But Shepherd, that's where Shepherd's where
Badgett came from.
Badgett kick. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The Bears boy.
The Bears.
Any other games? Indy beat Quincy. Virginia State loses to Elizabeth City. That'll knock them out. Truman State beats William Jewell. Let's look at next week just real quick, because we got to cover D2 if we're going to be a D2 pod.
Of course.
Davenport plays Saginaw. Tiffin plays Walsh. Virginia Union, Bluefield State, not to be confused with Blue Mountain. Fair State plays American International. Bemidji plays Minnesota Duluth. Slippery Rock gets to go and play Clarion. Augustana gets to play Wayne State. That's a massive jump for Augustana. They are top 10 now. I did not think that would
Holy
happen.
Shit, yeah. They jumped from what was that, 23 to 10 or something like that?
Something like that. That's a big jump. Shepherd gets to play Bloomsburg. Western Colorado Mines, game of the week, big time.
Yeah.
Colorado Mines is still my best team in the country. They're at home. I don't think they lose to Western Colorado. That'd be a good game, though. Western Colorado's got a sneaky good win against UTPB, too. So something to be mindful of. That UTPB team, I think, can make a little bit of a run. Guess who their quarterback is, by the way?
ECU's or something?
Oh, Kenny Hertzer.
ECU's guy.
He's gonna be he's probably gonna be their player of the year too, in the conference.
Damn.
So
wow,
good for him. Southwest gets to go to Southwest Minnesota goes to Minnesota State. Truman State plays Southwest Baptist. Michigan Tech. Yeah, we got money on that one, literally. Central Missouri. I tell you what, the total on this game might be set at 100.
Yeah, they both combined scored over 120 last week. Western Missouri Southern scored 60, and Central Missouri scored 77.
That's a barn burner.
Yeah.
And the random non-conference MIAA game, because Lincoln's not good enough, Pitt State gets to play Sioux Falls. Benedict plays Savannah State. Harding gets to go to Southeast. That's notoriously a very close game. I don't see it happening this year, but we might need to keep our eye on that one. Valdosta State gets to go to West Florida, who's cracked the top 10. And without that loss, I'm telling you, they're a top 5 team this year.
Yeah.
Lenoir Rhine goes to Wingate. Upper Iowa goes to Indy. Western Oregon, this will be for conference for this UTBB game. If Western Oregon wins, I think they win the conference. So UTPB's got a big one at home to finish the season out strong. And then Central Washington goes to Kingsville. Maybe it's Central Washington I'm thinking of. Maybe it's not Western Oregon. It's Central Washington. That'll be next week. So
a lot of traveling.
Yeah, to say the least. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, boys. Anything fun happen? Any spiels we want to go on?
I don't know, man. It's been a pretty normal week for me, just doing the regular stuff.
I would like to say,
old Chris, though, I'm sure he's got some good stuff going on.
I'm just preparing for the senior day, man. The last time playing in Carpenter Haygood. It's last time getting ready as a Henderson State football ready at home. So I'm excited for that.
You got family coming out for photo ops?
Yeah, we got like a ceremony for the seniors on Friday night, and then Saturday they gotta run out and take pictures stuff. So I'm, pretty basic stuff. I'm excited though. It's gonna hit at some point, but
I thought of my story of the week while we were going through this. If any of the YouTube watchers are seeing my face, and then like
yes.
Spot on my eye here. When I was at NC, me and Chris lived across the hall from each other, and my roommate, who has been on here sparingly, just off of a random occasion, Zach was my roommate, and me and him got to a friendly boxing match on Thursday night, and I caught a nice right cross to the eyeball. So
Did you have gloves? I actually boxed.
No gloves, just boxing with carry fist. We've done it before with gloves, and that was a lot better. But
yeah, it probably worked out a little better.
Midnight after like 12 beers.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll say this, as much as I love football and I'm glad I've played, it's gonna be. I'm excited for those to be able to have those random Thursday nights where I can just do it. If you want to get belligerent, just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
excited for that.
It's fun.
Yeah, get ready for the responsibility of being an adult. It fucking sucks, but
yeah,
it's a lot more fun.
That part I'm not excited.
It's a lot more fun than having practice till like 6 o'clock though. So
yeah. I'm excited to go. I'm excited to provide to go make a little money, do my own thing. But yeah, I think in about a year or so, obviously we all miss it. It's the best sport in the world. Love it, but like I said, man, my body's just begging me to stop.
Yep. You'll miss ball for sure, but there's other positives to not
of course
to being done. So
of course.
No doubt. Big shout out to my Rangers. Game 1 World Series starts Friday. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. Let's go steal one. Let's go steal one, baby.
Big time.
Shout out to the Mavs tonight too. Let's go cover 4 points against the fucking Spurs.
Need them. Now that you said, I got to check my leg.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a good one. We missed out on Cade this week. He had a dinner with his team, so unlucky we missed on him. We'll try to get him back here next week. Y'all have a good one. God bless. Be safe, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.